Hello, beautiful viewers, dumb thoughts of the cosmos. Prepare to indulge in experiencing sheer bliss, because today I wanted to commence my early review of the Amazon exclusive Marvel Legends Avengers Age of Ultron 4-pack box set, which is comprised of Thor, Black Widow, Bruce Banner, and Hawkeye. Are these action figures a paradigm of perfection? Are these action figures the embodiment of resounding perfection? Are these action figures the epitome of perfection? I believe that they are unequivocally not. Why, you may ask? Well, they have limited points of articulation in comparison to the Toy Biz Marvel Legends action figures, and despite the fact that they retail for hefty premium prices, their paint applications, textures, and shadings are arguably on par with the Toy Biz Marvel Legends, which retailed for a significantly lower price than the Hasbro Marvel Legends action figures. Are these figurines abysmal? Are they egregious? No, they're relatively mediocre. Are they worth at least $20 per figurine? I do not believe so, in my subjective opinion. Of course, yours may be disparate from mine. Who wants a generic Bruce Banner action figure? Anyways, I would prefer to flaunt the Hulk on my shelf. The Hulk possesses physical prowess. He's a stoic, audacious warrior. This figurine of Bruce Banner does not denote a warrior. Bruce Banner is a scientist. He's not relegated to a life of fighting when he's in his human form. Only when he ascends into becoming the Hulk does he uphold his responsibilities to defend his peers. So, do I want a Bruce Banner action figure that's not transcended into the Hulk? No. Does this action figure warrant a $10 price tag? I do not believe that it does, considering that the Toy Biz Marvel Legends action figures retailed for roughly $8 each, and they were superior in all facets. So, this Bruce Banner action figure is relatively disappointing. Is he a reused mold? I do not know. He probably is. Toy Biz spare no expense. Hasbro spares nearly every expense, and they charge significantly more for their inferior action figures than Toy Biz did, so it's just relatively disappointing. This figurine does not appease me. Moving on to the Hawkeye action figure. Again, this action figure seems to be relatively bland, mundane. His appearance emulates his movie appearance, just like the Bruce Banner action figure. I want to see action figures of comic book characters that have visual fidelity to the comic books that they're derived from. I do not want to see movie-based action figures being produced. I detest the movie appearances of these characters, so I detest the Hawkeye action figure as well. Furthermore, he doesn't come bundled with as many accessories as the superior Toy Biz Marvel Legends Hawkeye, so he's disappointing as well. It's an enigma as to whether Bruce Banner even comes bundled with any accessories. He doesn't appear to. What a shame. Next we have the Black Widow. Apparently she has 2 daggers that she can wield, I'm unsure. And her fingers are pre-posed in a semi-clenched fist. I doubt that her fists are fully clenched, but it just is dreadful that these figurines lack articulation in their finger joints. I doubt they have articulation in their toes either. Can they perform an ankle pivot? Maybe. Do they have diaphragm joints? Most likely not. So their articulation is finite. It's not on par with the articulation of the Toy Biz Marvel Legends action figures. But this Black Widow is still not stupendous. Despite her flaws, she resembles Scarlett Johansson in the Marvel Avengers movie. So I'd prefer to purchase the Toy Biz Marvel Legends Black Widow. That is superior in all aspects. This figurine, just like the aforementioned figurines, just looks relatively generic. Is this figurine appalling? Does this figurine denote shoddy craftsmanship? This figurine is not spectacular. She's not remarkable. Does this figurine denote insipid mediocrity? Possibly. The packaging for this box set renders them transparent and immediately deters me from wanting to purchase these figurines. Perhaps it would have been better off if their appearances were concealed, so that I wouldn't have to bear witness to how atrocious they are. At least if their appearances were an enigma, it wouldn't be that much of a deterrent to purchase them than it is to discover that their appearances are mediocre at best. Next we have the Thor. He looks like he is feeble, in contrast to the Toy Biz Marvel Legend Thor. Does he have physical prowess? Well, his muscles look relatively scrawny, in contrast to Toy Biz Marvel Legends action figures of bulky, powerful characters. The Thor is also relatively disappointing. He seems to be missing his helmet. Of course, his hands are semi-clenched together, and he can articulate his finger joints. Again, it's disappointing. Their possibilities for dynamic poses are very finite, in contrast to the superior Toy Biz Marvel Legends action figures. So I'm gratified that the Thor comes with a cape. I do like the idea that they come with some accessories, but for at least $80, these figurines do not merit their retail prices, or the retail price. And even if they are sold for a lower price on the second-hand market via eBay, I still wouldn't procure them for over $10 each, even if I had the monetary means to do so. Are these action figures worth $5 each? I do not believe so. For $10, if I still wanted these figurines for whatever reason, I would contemplate about procuring the entire box set. Why? Well, for $2.50 each, you'd be able to obtain relatively mediocre figures that resemble movie appearances of the Avengers. That may be a nice addition to your collection if you're keen about obtaining movie-based Marvel Legends action figures. So as of right now, I'm not adamant nor keen about purchasing these figurines, even if I was able to stumble upon them for a grand total of $10. I typically am not fond of movie-based action figures. However, if I were, then I would consider purchasing them for $10 at most, but they do not warrant an $80 price tag, nor do they warrant even a $40 price tag, or even a $20 price tag. But maybe for a $10 price tag, I would be likely to change my sentiments regarding purchasing the set. But as of right now, I'm forgoing the opportunity to buy these figurines. As an aggregate, I would rate this box set and to be 3 out of 10 if I had to summarize my thoughts about these figurines in the form of a quantitative score. Now, why'd I rate them to be a 3 out of 10? You may ask. Well, they're not up to par with the Toy Biz Marvel Legends figurines. Their appearances are not as stupendous as the comic book appearances of the characters, and they have very limited articulation in contrast to the Toy Biz Marvel Legends action figures. These figurines are likely reused molds. These figurines have relatively mediocre paint applications, relatively mediocre textures, relatively mediocre shadings. They are overpriced and are not of the utmost highest quality. So based on the $80 retail price of command, and based on the standard set forth by Toy Biz, objectively speaking, I'd have to rate these figurines to be a 3 out of 10 at best, if not 2 out of 10, based on their price. Now, I have more cause to rate them a 2 out of 10, but because they do have a little bit of merit, despite their salient flaws, I'm going to give them a 3 out of 10 and just stick to that rating. Their price will probably plunge, so if their price plunges, then they'll offer you greater value for the amount of money that you relinquish to buy them. But right now, based on their $80 retail price, I would rate their value to be a 3 out of 10, or rate these action figures to be a 3 out of 10 as an aggregate, as a box set, because these action figures are just not up to par with what you could have purchased at retail stores when the Toy Biz Marvel Legends action figures were released. So, that's everything I wanted to notify you of. I hope that you found this video to be insightful and enthralling. Have a wonderful, marvelous day. Goodbye.